All right, y'all, let's talk about it, man. Like I said, we hitting that midseason point, man. So week 8, Heisman poll on 3. Let's talk about it. All right, let's start from the bottom, man. I love that Haynes King is on this list, man. Shout out to On3 for giving him a little bit of love. He don't always get the national spotlight. Yes, guys, they're getting more attention, but at the same time, he don't always get the spot. Oh, he should be in this Heisman list. Oh, he should be up for first team All ACC. You're not gonna probably hear that, but he's been playing at a high level this year. He's not turning over the football, a lot. He's not throwing a lot of interceptions. He's doing whatever the team needs. If he needs to rush for 100 yards, he's rushing for 100 yards. If he needs to throw for 200 yards, he's throwing for 200 yards. He's taking care of the football. He's been playing at an elite level so far, and the reason why Georgia Tech is sitting at 6-0 for the first time since 2011, and just I think the second time in 59 years. Jaden Mayava, I like his game, man. Another big win over obviously Michigan. They're picking up quality wins. They are now ranked in the AP poll as we reacted last week or yesterday, excuse me. And they're a team that's ascending, right? Now you're worried about the defensively. Can they keep it up? Can they play at a high level when we playing these top tier teams? And I'm just gonna put it out there. When I break down the matchups on Wednesday for my show, I think it might be a shootout when they play against Notre Dame because two elite offenses. Who's gonna stop either? But yeah, Mayava, Makai Lemon, he got receivers all over the field, and they have a great 1-2 punch. As far as at the wide receiver spot, they get the ball to in space, cook up defenders, and play at a high level. So Mayava definitely deserves to be on this list. He's continuing to play well, and I think if USC continues their trend forward, and if they can get into that conversation, like I said, if you USC, some people may see it as a failure, but if you get to 9 wins this year with Mayava coming in, you feel good. Like, hey, we can build on this. We got players coming back. We got one of the top classes in the 2026 class coming in as true freshmen next year. Like, you feel good about the momentum, but it's just important to I think get to that 9 game, maybe be like right in position to maybe be in a college football playoff. Hey, conversation starts to be kind of different when you're doing things like that. Julian Sand, who I'm very impressed with. I told y'all a few weeks ago when I broke down a video on him that he needs to be in this conversation more. He's so underrated. He needs more attention. At one point, going into this game, obviously against Illinois, I don't know the updated part, but he had 80% completion percentage. 80%. Like, yo. And everyone's like, oh, well, he's throwing the NFL talent. Here's Jeremiah Smith. He has Carnell Tate. But y'all, at the end of the day, the kid playing at a high level, man. You got to give him his praise and his credit. Like, he's been doing the thing, bro. And he's the reason why Ohio State's number 1 in the country. And they should pretty much win. They still got to play Penn State. Penn State's done. They fired their coach, right? They don't play Oregon this year, right? So, he's been playing at a high level, and he deserves his credit and praise. Just because you got a good quarterback and you got the weapons on the outside doesn't mean it always works. Remember that, man. He's playing good. I love to see him on his list. Marshall Reed, man, I mean, just steady. Got receivers obviously all over the place. Kevin Concepcion, Mario Craver. But I like the way he's playing. Everybody said, oh, he can't throw the football. Oh, he can't throw it deep down the field. Oh, he's struggling. You know what I'm saying? Can he take a step forward as a passer? And he's looked good. Texas A&M is number 5 in the country for a reason. Or I think they might have moved it to number 4. They're top 5 regardless for a reason. And he's playing at a high level. Yes, they got one of the best backs in the SEC and Le'Veon Moss, but they've been asking him to throw the ball more, and he has been excelling. Love it. Now, Dante Moore, definitely disappointing game, man. Thought he would play better, but struggled against Indiana. And obviously their defense, 2 interceptions. You got to play better, man. But nonetheless, like I said, everything's out there in front for Oregon. They're still a top 10 team. You just got to, how do you respond? What's your resolve? You know what I'm saying? How do you respond to that adversity? That's my personal opinion. That's my personal thoughts. But obviously going into, like I said, it was a Heisman battle between him and Mendoza. I don't think, I'm going to talk about Mendoza here in a little bit, but I don't think he really separated that much from the pack. But definitely Moore has to play better. Now QB1, he got to play better. I'm with Lane Kiffin. That ain't going to cut it. If we aspire to be who we want to be, if we aspire to be that team, them dogs, you have to play better. You can't be doing, like he said, Division II stuff. And he said that via, obviously, halftime. You got to play better. But, like I said, I think Chandler's QB1 gives them the best opportunity to achieve their goals for once this year and actually make some noise in the SEC. We've been saying for years they've been the team 8 wins, 9 wins. They even had a 10-win season, but just never relevant enough to get to a CFP, never been relevant enough to play in the SEC championship. This your year to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Alabama's good, but you got a shot to do it. But now this week you got to handle business against Georgia on the road, right? But that would be a massive win to add to your docket if you're able to do that on the road. And you're going to continue to ascend if you're champion, so you can do that. Now, my 2 favorite guys, man, playing for my Hurricanes, I love both, man. Rueben Bain is probably going to be top 5, probably top 3 pick this time come next year. If he stays healthy, they're saying he's projected to be number 1 overall pick. Good luck trying to block him. Good luck. Like, he's a guy I would want my Bengals to trade somebody and go get because he's like that. He is him. And in this season, he's been unblockable, and he's been elite of the elite. So he's a guy definitely I think should definitely be in the top 5 of this list. I'm not quite ready to apologize to Carson Beck this yet. I know I was very critical of him of the preseason. He has been playing better football. He has obviously playing well. I want to see how he continues to look. Big game against Louisville this week. They're 4-1. Can you handle business against the Cardinals at home? Friday night game. You might be sleepwalking going into that off the bye week, but I want to see how they handle business against them. But Carson Beck has been pretty good this season. I ain't finna give all the flowers yet. I want to see us make a CFP. I want to see us in the ACC championship game. When we do that, I'll give him his credit. But right now, remains to be seen. It's TBD for me. Mendoza, I mean, yeah, he deserves to be in the top 5 on this list. Number 2, I don't know because he played decent against Oregon, but wasn't his best game. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely deserves to be on this list. Without him, they would not be this good. You've seen it against obviously Illinois earlier this year, 5 touchdowns, only 2 incompletions. He's the reason why they're number 3 in the country. And like Carson said, all he does is win. As far as what Cincinnati said about himself, all he does is win. And that's what they've been doing. Cincinnati's been winning. Mendoza's been playing at a high level. And this team, hey, they shocked some people on Saturday, but you're gonna have to pay more attention to them because them boys ain't playing. Them boys ready to play, and they want to go far this year. They want to get back to CFP. They got some unfinished business, some UFB unfinished business, man. And I like how Mendoza's been playing. But definitely the crown On3 got this right, man. Got to be Ty Simpson, man. Ty Simpson is him, right? 200 yards, 3 touchdowns on the road against Missouri, strong defensive front. And this kid just gets better as the game goes on. Now, in terms of mobility, I don't think he's this player, but in terms of like how he throws it, the strong arm he has, I think he's like a Flacco, to a degree. Not mobility. He's way faster than Flacco. He's way more mobile and things like that. He'll probably be a Baker Mayfield in terms of his mobility on the run as a quarterback and things like that. But how he throws the ball, how he slings the football, how he throws the deep balls down the field, yeah, I think he's like a Flacco with the accuracy, strong arm, get it anywhere on the field, strong placement. I've seen some of that Missouri game, and I was thoroughly impressed, man. This kid is him. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be shocked if he does it. If they go and they win. And you can't say, oh, well, Najeh, they got all the weapons in the world. Yeah, they got Ryan Williams, but he's been battling. He's been in and out with injuries, right? He hasn't been fully healthy the entire year. And then you have Jeremy Bernard, who's obviously a good receiver. Isaiah Horton's been stepping up for them. But this ain't what Alabama has had in the past, right? This ain't Julio Jones. This ain't, Devontae Smith. This ain't Jalen Waddle, right? This ain't Henry Ruggs, right? This ain't like those caliber type of receivers, right? Good, but not that type of a level. So I do want to say that. And he's been continuing to elevate this team. Defense is good, yes. But offensively, if he was not this good, Alabama wouldn't be in this conversation. Deserves to be said.